this journey began when Graham and I were trying for a baby. It was something I thought would happen on my timeline, on my own timeline, but it definitely didn't work out that way as planned. We'd been trying for quite a while. We've been trying for about 6 months, maybe a little bit more than 6 months, but like tracking ovulation, just doing temperature checks and everything every morning, and really trying to get to the technical side of pregnancy, or like understanding why it wasn't happening. And that then led on to us thinking we should probably get checked out at a fertility specialist. So we booked ourselves into a specialist. At the time, I guess I thought there might be something wrong, but I didn't really think there was anything wrong. I thought maybe we were just not timing it right, or not not doing something right. Anyway, so we went to a fertility specialist. We had a bunch of blood tests taken, other tests. We both got the test results when we sat down, and she said, "Yeah, Graham, you're all good. Everything's good to go." But unfortunately, when she turned to me, she said, "There's my blood tests are not looking good." She said she was pretty much 100% sure that I had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that then that could be the main reason for not falling pregnant. She said, "Then, well, let's do an ultrasound." Did an ultrasound, but then that was when she figured out exactly what it was. That was the main culprit. So it turned out I had 3 fibroids in my uterus, scattered around. 2 of them were 7 centimeters big, and one was 3 centimeters big, and they were in different areas on my uterine wall. And yeah, she said this is 100% why each pregnancy is failing, basically, because the pregnancy can't attach to the uterus. So that was an absolute shock, I think, for both of us. Obviously, I didn't have any symptoms, firstly, of PCOS. I didn't really have any obvious symptoms of PCOS. So that was a shocker to have something like that. But then also, the fibroids, which were pretty huge. That was a bit of a shocker that I had growths in me. But luckily, the surgeon said, "Okay, I've got an opening next week, Tuesday." It was exactly 1 week from that day, finding out what it was. She said, "Do you want me to book you in?" It was obviously private. So we were like, went away for a little bit, sat in the waiting room, decided, yes, let's just do this. And the next week, so 1 week later, I was basically, operated on. It's a pretty invasive surgery. It's open myomectomy. So it's like a C-section surgery where they basically open up your uterus and take the fibroids out and sew you up again and put everything back together. And yeah, so the surgery went really well. The doctor did say after the surgery, when I came to, she was like, she said, "Lucky you had all 3. Turned out I also had endometriosis on both of my ovaries, which she discovered only when I was in theatre." So she said, "Don't worry, I dealt with that for you in surgery." So that was great, bonus. But she said, it is quite unusual to have all 3. And she said, "But I have 100% faith that the surgery went well and that you will fall pregnant." So then had to give myself 3 months to heal, which was, healing time until I could then get pregnant, or until we could then start trying for a baby. So in those 3 months, firstly, like first couple of weeks were pretty agonizing. It was a pretty gnarly healing process from the surgery. I couldn't really walk. I couldn't lift my arms to wash my hair, even. Like, it was all those muscles had been kind of cut open or whatever. So it was not a fun healing process, but that was all done. And I'd say in those 3 months is where Fruitful came into the picture a bit, because that was when I started looking into supplementing and fertility and very, very much PCOS and how to tackle PCOS, like with botanicals, with natural remedies, with diet, with vitamins and minerals, like what's best to take. The surgeon did also say for me to take a supplement, which was myo-inositol and D-chiroinositol. So it's a combination of those two in a quite a high dose. And she recommended a specific supplement for me with vitamins and minerals that I took. And then that supplement was a tablet. And that's one thing that really bothered me about my healing journey in those 3 months was it was this massive bright blue tablet. That is something that I don't really touch. I stay away from tablets because of all the fillers and binders and silicon dioxide and magnesium stearate and all of that is in the tablet. So I kind of normally stay away from that. But I took those religiously for the 3 months, and that was to help balance hormones and to get me ovulating consistently, which is what the issue is with PCOS. So yeah, from that, then exactly 3 months after the surgery, Graham and I tried for the first time, and I fell pregnant straight away. I think my body was rearing to go by then. And so was I personally. Those 3 months were agonizing just in that I saw babies everywhere. Like everywhere I looked, there was babies, and every friend that I had was falling pregnant, or, like it was, I felt like it was everywhere. So I really, really wanted it. By then it was like really in us. So super excited to fall pregnant. And yeah, and then it was just, okay, we're pregnant. What now with this new business? Interestingly, we actually looked back at the exact month that we purchased the trademark online, and it was the same month, if not like 2 weeks after finding out that we were pregnant, that we bought the trademark for Fruitful. So it was very much falling pregnant and then being like, right, this is what we want to do now, because it was, I guess, falling pregnant was proof that that we were the right people for this brand. I guess then falling pregnant and then looking for supplements again, it was looking for supplements without fillers, and drinking ginger tea by the gallon, and then thinking, well, why can't you put ginger in a supplement too? So you're taking that every morning with your supplement. So it was like, well, we could replace fillers and binders with botanicals, and why not take botanicals and vitamins and minerals in one? Like you do that anyway. So yeah, so that kind of led on to a pregnancy supplement. And then I was like, well, this is more than just fertility and helping people with PCOS or endo or whatever, which is where it began for us. It's then, well, we can help people through pregnancy too. And then becoming a new mom, it was like, well, there's all sorts of things that you should take as a new mom for energy and for vitality, and then for breastfeeding and so on. So it was yeah, a whole journey through that, and that's sort of the full picture of Fruitful. And then yeah, crazily, we thought 9 months into having our first baby, it was a good idea to try for another one, which we did, and which was a successful first go again. Although I had been told with my first scan, for our second baby, Callum, that I had a new fibroid that had kind of started growing in my uterus. So that was a little bit of a concern, but not a major concern, because I'd already managed to fall pregnant. So the doctor did say it was a good thing we got pregnant quite quickly after the first one. So yeah, so everything went really well with the pregnancy with Callum, and yeah, now we have two little sprogs.